technology is not being friendly today. But should we be sad about it? No. I pledge to stand against all the odds. Welcome back, Nikita. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we were on a rule, or we were on a spot wherein it was the six basic emotions fast. F for fear, H for happiness, A for anger, S for sad, S for surprise, and D for disgust. I repeat, fast. Fast, right, Mr. Islam. It is fast. Instead of T, there is a D. There is a D. Thank you, Subhash sir. So, F is fear, H is happiness, A is anger, S is sadness, another S is surprise, and D is disgust. These are the six basic emotions that Paul Ekman identified. Not that, absolutely right, Aslamji, not that we stopped after identifying these six basic emotions. Much has been done so far, but for now, I will restrict my discussion around these six basic emotions. So, whenever I am talking about emotions to you now, I'm talking about these six basic emotions, and feel free to ask as many questions as you want to. Right? Like in the beginning, somebody said curiosity. Yes, that is an emotion. Somebody said, I'm feeling loved. So love also is an emotion. For now, it is fast. Fear, happiness, anger, surprise, sadness, disgust. Now, my dear friends, tell me one more thing. Do you believe that few of these emotions can make you powerful and the rest of them can make you weak? What do you say? Only few of these emotions can make you powerful and the rest of them will make you weak? Do you think so? No. All these emotions,
Technology is not
emotions,
helping us
and
today.
in
Technology
fact,
is just
the
not helping us today. But that's okay. That's okay. We will not drop out till we have promised to each other. We will not drop out till we have promised to each other. Technology is not helping us though. Welcome back with all my heart and soul. Welcome back, each one of you. For your benefit, I will repeat the two major points that we just talked about. Number one, is my emotion every time powerful? No. My emotion will not be all time powerful unless I acknowledge my emotion, I accept my emotion, and I regulate my emotion. So for example, this technology today is playing all the goof up with us, with you and with me and with Future Icon, three of us. It is very easy and it is very natural for all of us to get irritated, for a few of us maybe to get angered. EI or emotional intelligence is not saying that it is bad or wrong to feel irritated or to feel angered. The point is, are you acknowledging this emotion? Are you acknowledging this emotion that you are being irritated or you are little frustrated or you are angry? Acknowledge that emotion first, and number two, accept it. Accept it that it is okay, it is perfectly okay to feel irritated, to feel angry with the kind of goof up that the technology is doing with us today. It is just fine. But what is not fine is if I don't regulate that emotion. What does it mean? You are feeling irritated, I may be feeling irritated, connecting to the life again and again. But can I regulate my emotion? Yes. I have acknowledged my emotion of feeling a little irritated. I have accepted that I am feeling a little irritated because the session isn't going as smooth as I intended, as I envisaged it to be for your benefit. But what do? Should I leave it then and there? No. I will regulate my emotion. What does it mean? It simply means that I know that I have promised my time with you for 90 minutes, and whatever time has gone by, but it is my responsibility. I repeat, it is my responsibility to ensure that I am giving you the maximum possible attention, the maximum possible content to make you understand that how can you make your emotions all powerful. So what will I do to regulate it? Since I have given a command to my brain that I have promised my time to lovely people of Bangladesh and India who are watching this, they are here with an intention to learn more on the power of emotions. So whatever time is going by, no problem. But whatever is left with me, I will ensure that I am making the best use of that time. See, God has given us a reason to perhaps practice the power of emotions in reality. We both the sides are practicing the power of emotions in reality. Your coming back after dropping out 3 times is an epitome of your emotion regulation, that you have regulated your emotions. You could have simply chosen to go out. You could have simply chosen to not rejoin. But all of you rejoined. In fact, I left at 44. Now it was 46. I'm sure many more people will join in the journey. So this is what power of my emotion is. Despite the fact that I felt irritated, you felt irritated, both of us decided to accept our emotions after acknowledging them and regulating them, to be with each other, because you have a curiosity and I have gratitude. You have curiosity, I have gratitude, and both of us are transacting with each other. How? You by staying back, I by coming back, you by staying back calmly and writing down these notes as I can see, and I by staying calm again and delivering whatever I intended to deliver. Isn't it amazing that 6 basic emotions, if I know that I have to accept, acknowledge, accept and regulate my emotions, I can do wonders. So can you. Your coming back is ensuring that you get the best of your time. My coming back is ensuring that I abide by my promise that I made with Yusuf Ifti Sahab, because you have regulated your emotions and I have regulated my emotions. Yes, Sumon Saha, we have patience and we have been regulating the emotions. Yes, Alam Sahab will be continuing with the session as the time is promised. In fact, a little beyond it also. I just hope that the technology doesn't play any foul anymore. Anyways. You all acknowledged your own emotions. Somebody said I'm happy, somebody said I'm sad, somebody said I'm curious, somebody said I'm feeling loved, somebody said I'm few other emotions also came in. Just imagine that you chose not to acknowledge your emotion, and you chose that, oh, I'm feeling angry, but that's okay. Let me feel anger. Yes, I know I'm feeling angry, and let me keep feeling angry about it. Do you think your emotion of anger would have made any sense to you? Do you think your emotion of anger would have given any power to you? But had you acknowledged that emotion of anger and accepted that, now with an intention to regulate it, all right, I am feeling angry on my child who is not completing his tasks, and I must regulate my emotion, because simply by reprimanding him, simply by shouting at him, nothing will be solved. Simply by shouting at him, my purpose will not be solved. So I need to regulate my emotion. How? Instead of scolding him in harsh words, can I try to give him options? Can I try to give him options that son, will you complete your task 1 today by afternoon, or will you complete your task 1 by today evening? I am disappointed. I have that emotion of anger with him. But instead of yelling at him, can I regulate my emotion and tell him, yes, Polar Sahab, how I can control my emotions? That's precisely what I'm coming to. If you can take a pause, it is important for all of us to take a pause while I have acknowledged and accepted my emotion. Now it is important for me to take a pause. How many of you are willing to take a pause? How many of you are willing to take a pause? Thank you, Sahasab. You have acknowledged your emotion. Let's say, as Polar said, that I'm feeling angry. All right? You have acknowledged your emotion. You have accepted that you are feeling angry. Take a pause. Take a pause, and a magic will happen. And you know what that magic will be? Emotions are nothing else but they are chemicals which are released here in the brain. Emotions are the chemicals that are released here in the brain. If you give 6 seconds pause, if you give 6 seconds pause after acknowledging and accepting your emotion, you will have much better chance to regulate your emotion. You will have much better chance to regulate your emotion. And I just wrote down a story, a very quick story for all of you to appreciate the importance of this pause. Importance of this pause. Please listen to this story, and then I will appreciate your questions. I will appreciate your questions. Chemicals are nothing, but these emotions are nothing, but these are chemicals released in our brain. Once you have acknowledged and accepted your emotions, please give yourself a 6-second pause, and you will realize that the chemicals are settling down in your brain. You were about to yell at someone, now you will change the words. Thank you, Alam Saab. Let me just read out a story for all of you. And post that, I would love to hear your views or your questions on whatever you learned so far on 6 basic emotions and the art of regulating your emotions. Right. So the story goes like, Kanchan is a CEO and mother to 12 years old son. When she reaches office after completing her daily household chores, starting from cooking to sending her son to school, She is barely left with any time for herself. She rushes to office, and the moment she lands up in her cabin, she brews herself a cup of coffee, reads her action plan which she prepared yesterday for today. She understands the emotion which she is going through right now and figures out if her present emotion, let us say that emotion is of sadness because her son did not score really well. But now my question to all of you is, will Kanchan be helped by only acknowledging and accepting her emotion? My question is, will Kanchan help herself only by acknowledging and accepting the emotion of sadness that she is facing because of her son's poor result while she is in office, while she is a CEO, while she has to get many work done? What do you think? Just by acknowledging and accepting that her present emotion is that of sadness, will it help her? I'm waiting for your reply. Just say a yes or no. Will Kanchan be helped only by acknowledging and accepting her emotion of sadness in the moment? Waiting for your answers. Thank you, Ariful. What do others have to say? What do others have to say? Will Kanchan be helping herself? Yes, Masoom. Okay, good. I am so happy. I am so delighted to interact with a crowd who is interactive, who is in the moment, and who is giving opinions around the questions. Fantastic. A big round of applause for all of you. Clap, 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 clap. A virtual clap. Right. Now, she has acknowledged and accepted her emotions, but if she chooses to not regulate her emotions, then it will be of no use. So she has to make use of a skill called emotional intelligence. A skill called emotional intelligence, which means she has to be self-aware of what she is going through right now, and she has to regulate her emotions because as a CEO, she has to get the work done. As a CEO, she simply cannot choose to scold anyone. As a CEO, she simply cannot choose to be quiet the whole day. She has to interact with people. And she has to interact with people in the most positive spirit, because these people do not know what happened with her back home. These people do not know if she is feeling sad because of the poor result of her son. As a result, she has to exercise the skill called emotional intelligence. Fantastic. And I'm so happy to see these comments flowing in. You all are keeping a track of what is happening by keying in the keywords as soon as I speak them out. Fantastic. So we all started with the 6 basic emotions fast. We moved, if there is any emotion that can make you powerful or weak, and we said no. There is no particular emotion that can make me powerful or weak, but I have to be powerful with my emotions by acknowledging, accepting, and regulating my emotions. And then came the concept of the skill called emotional intelligence with the help of CEO Kanchan. Kanchan, who is a mother, who is a CEO, doing all kind of daily household chores, rushing back to the office in the morning. And now, when she took, when she brewed that cup of coffee for herself, do you know what she did? She took a pause. She took a pause and she ran some narratives right here. Do you speak with yourself in your head? I do. And I'm sure you also must be speaking within your head with yourself, don't you? Do you talk to yourself in your head? You must be talking something to yourself in your head right now. Maybe about the weather, maybe about the lunchtime, maybe about the session, maybe about something else. We keep talking to ourselves. And while Kanchan sipped this coffee, she changed her narrative from only being sad for the child to hey, Kanchan, I am the CEO. Kanchan, I am responsible to get the work done. Kanchan, I am to be moving with my staff happily first, because I need to understand what is going on in their head. How is the task going to happen? Whatever is the task assigned to the various managers, how is it going to happen? On this note, I'll take a pause and I will be very happy to take few questions from you. Yes, Rahman Saab, please do take a pause. And somebody asked that why 6 seconds pause, to be precise. Well, it is the reaction settling time. One is that we react, another is we respond. So when you are reacting, it is like a slap for a slap. Does that help you? No. It only increases maybe the fear, maybe the anger. But if someone slaps you, you take a pause and you run this narrative that, all right, this man has slapped me today for whatever reason. Slapping him back right now will not solve any purpose. Let me wait for the right communication that I can give to him. So, in those 6 seconds, the peptides settle down. Instead of reacting, you respond. And Shakir is asking, Mushfika Farzana is asking that if EI is required only for top level, no. It is required for everyone, and it is required not only as a professional but also in the personal life, as a father, as a mother, as a brother, sister, son, daughter, friend, maybe as a caretaker. At all levels, emotional intelligence is required. Now, allow me, after taking these 2 questions from you, allow me to explain what is emotional intelligence in the definition by Daniel Goleman. Why Daniel Goleman? Because he is considered to be the father of emotional intelligence, and not that there was no work that happened before him. Peter Solvay, there were many people who have carried out the research, but Daniel Goleman actually packaged everything and started to market it. Ariful Sahab, I will take your question in a while. Please remind me. Just allow me to explain what is emotional intelligence in the definition. As a definition. So emotional intelligence is a skill which requires your ability to A, be self-aware, B, regulate your emotions, C, be aware of the people around you with whom you are talking. What is the emotion happening in his brain, in his head? And then regulate your emotions and manage his emotions also in order to build a win-win relationship. So if you can recall, one of the objective of today's session was to be able to make effective relations and better decision making. How am I able to do it? I am able to do it by practicing the skill of emotional intelligence that I have developed over time. When I say I'm referring to all of you. So by practicing this skill of emotional intelligence, I am not only able to understand my emotions, I am also able to understand other person's emotions. And when I have understood my emotions, I can pretty much regulate my emotions. But when I have understood the other person's emotions, I can manage his emotions. I cannot control his emotions. Can you control emotions of your spouse? Can you control emotions of your child? You can manage them. So if your child is feeling sad, maybe you can get him a toffee, or maybe you can pep him up by watching a movie with him. But can you control his emotions? That, hey, look, you cannot be sad at all. No, that's not possible. Because that's his emotions. He is experiencing those emotions. He can and he will experience that emotion. So one more time, I'm on seeing the chat box, I am repeating the definition of emotional intelligence, which is: emotional intelligence is the skill that requires your ability to identify your emotions and regulate your emotions, also understand the emotions of the other person and regulate the situation by managing his emotions. I cannot control the emotions of anyone else. I can only control my emotions by changing my narrative. By changing my narrative. So, yes, Sumon Sahab, I understand my emotions and other person's emotions, manage this. The only difference between understanding your emotions and managing plus understanding the other person's emotions and managing is you cannot control other person's emotions, while you can control your emotions. And as Romil says that I can't control all time but manage sometime, certainly. You cannot control all the time but manage. And how do we manage? That's $1 million question. That, okay, I have understood these are my basic emotions. Okay, I have understood that whenever I am feeling unpleasant, I must take a pause to regulate my emotions. But is it always possible that I can control my emotions? No. You may feel like crying sometime and you may end up crying. You may feel like cursing yourself in isolation. You can still do it. But the point is, when you are interacting with someone, can you afford to cry? Can you afford to use the curse words? Since you cannot, and hence the usage of regulation comes in. Hence, the usage of changing the narrative here comes in. Alright, so far we talked about the 6 basic emotions, then we talked about what is emotional intelligence, and we laid a great emphasis on taking that 6 seconds pause to regulate our emotions. And there is yet another tool that I gave you, changing the narrative here in the brain, because we are continuously talking to ourselves, aren't we? We are continuously talking to ourselves, and henceforth it is important for each one of us to use the right words to give the right perspective to myself. Yes, Anjan, many a times I can't control my anger. Absolutely. I will request you now on to identify what brings anger to you. I will now request you, as Anjan asked a question that I can't control my anger every time. I understand that. From now onwards, whenever you are feeling angry, whenever that experience of anger, whenever that emotion of anger is coming to you, please take a pause and figure out What is it that is making you angry? What is it that is making you angry? Is this anger because of something which happened long back in the past and you are just getting angry on it right now? If so, do you see any reason for getting angry? There is no reason. I'll give you an example here, and that's a very interesting example I gathered from one of my coachee a few months back. So this coachee of mine could not withstand the sight of his boss. He just could not stand the sight of his boss. So what happened? He called me up to fix a session, and he said that I don't want to get angry seeing my boss. And you know what? I simply asked him a question. That, tell me, what is making you angry? Tell me, what is making you angry on seeing your boss? And he replied, he said, well, I am reminded of an incident which happened 6 months back wherein my boss shouted at me. Imagine that he was getting angry on seeing his boss even after 6 months of an incident that happened like 6 months back. So I asked him a question. That, does he still scold you? And my coachee replied, no, he does not. So my question to him was, what is it that makes you angry? He said, I feel that he insulted me then. Henceforth, seeing his sight today also gives me anger. So I requested him to find out if the boss has not done anything good in these 6 months. My coachee said, my boss has been kind otherwise. There is no problem. Just that every time I am reminded of that past, take a pause, I said. Take a pause and ask yourself, is it worth getting angry at him now when he is doing every good thing for you? Just because he did something or he scolded to you in past, that too 6 months ago, which is not hampering you right now? Is it really worth to get angry even now? And he answered, no, it is not worth getting angry at him now. So take a pause. That is the importance of taking a pause, because till the time I don't take a pause, I will not be able to regulate my emotions. And if I can't regulate my emotions, so even by acknowledging and accepting my emotion, I will not be powerful. And somebody has written beautiful message that we are 99% responsible for whatever decision we make. And you know what? More than IQ, what matters is your EQ. So Sumon Saab asks that when other persons don't understand me, I am angry. Huh? Anjan, you are welcome. So when other persons don't understand you, you are angry. Please tell me, can you do something about it? Can you control his emotions? Or can you give this person some options and take feedback? So for example, when I'm talking to you and I feel that you're not understanding me, I am getting that emotion of irritation, but before this irritation turns to anger, can I try and ask you, by changing the narrative here, can I ask you that, hey, did you understand what I said? Okay, what did I tell you? Instead of yelling at you, instead of scolding you, or instead of getting angry that, oh, he did not understand my point, can I simply ask you that, what did you understand? That if you need me to repeat myself, is that possible? Yeah, is that possible? So somebody asked this question and I really want that person to say yes or no. Is it possible to ask the person. Yes, Anjan, most of the every time, in fact, if you go deep down to the study of emotions, you will realize that extreme emotions do not happen in a second. Extreme emotions do not happen in a second. They take time to build up. There is a cycle of emotions. So irritation is the first thing. So for example, when you are sitting in this chair for let's say 4 hours, and now you have begun to feel angry about your posture. Actually, you did not realize the irritation when it started off. Had you realized that when you begun to feel irritation because of sitting for long hours in the chair, you could have simply gotten up that time, moved a little, come back, and this anger wouldn't have come to you. So very well said that the extreme anger, the extreme emotions do not happen like this. They take time to build up. It is like tumor turning to cancer. If you can take control of your irritation, or the mildest of the emotions, the extreme emotions will be taken care of. Thank you, Rima ji. So if you can take care of these mild emotions, your extreme emotions will be taken care of. And that is why I say that emotions have power. Emotions can make me powerful. And in fact, today only, while I was discussing about some beautiful acronyms with one of my fraternity members here in India, Ganesh Dalvi, I said, I was fascinated. He uses so many acronyms. I was fascinated, and I said, can I say that emotional intelligence is also era of intentions? Because I need to have an intention. I need to have an intention to have a win-win situation. If my intention is that of to harm someone, I will never use the pleasant emotions for the person. Will I? If my intention is to harm somebody, if my intention is to ridicule somebody, will I use some pleasant emotions? No. So era of intentions is what I am calling emotional intelligence as. Yes, it is a skill, but at the same time, it depends a lot on your intentions. And narrative is a powerful tool. Intention is a very, very powerful tool. What is your intention with the whole situation, the stimulus, that will decide your regulation. Because if you do not regulate your emotions, everything will go in vain. You need to regulate your emotions. And once you regulate your emotions by checking your intention, by managing your narrative here, you are a winner. And who doesn't want to be a winner? Do you really want to fight with somebody? Do you really want to be at anger with somebody? Most of the time the answer is no. If the answer is no most of the time, then shouldn't we practice our skill? Yeah. So I will request you to give me a question. So Priyanti says, other activities had me, exhausted me, don't quite my well. Is that a question, Priyanti? Is that a question, Priyanti? I'm sorry, I could not understand it. In case it is a question, I'm just resting my mobile phone. It has given me a lot of trouble today, but that's all right. Yes, Sumon, narrative is a very, very powerful tool. Yes, everyone wants to be a winner, and Palash rightly said that emotions depend on your intentions. In fact, I will remind you of the line that I started off my session with, that quality of my life will pretty much be determined by my emotions. Quality of my life will be pretty much determined by my emotions. So it is entirely up to me. I want to experience those unpleasant emotions most of the time in my life, or do I also want to experience the pleasant emotions? Having said that, okay, Anjan has a question. Sometimes I feel not comfortable with some people, though they try to connect with me. What should I do? Anjan, please be aware. Be aware as to what is it that is making you feel uncomfortable. Introspect. Are you aware of the reason because of which you are feeling uncomfortable with them? That is $1,000,000 question. What is your emotion? Uncomfortable is a feeling. What is your emotion when it comes? So for example, if you are an introvert person, let's say, and these people are very talkative people. So obviously they come down to you, they try to meet up with you, they try to talk to you, but because you are an introvert person, it may so happen that your emotion is of fear, that if I talk to them, I may not end up talking as smartly as them, so let me not talk to them. So Anjan, you'll have to figure out what is it that keeps you at bay from talking to these people or from connecting with these people, despite that they try to come and connect with you. Yeah, great. Thank you, Tamima, for agreeing. Thank you, Sumon, for agreeing that quality of life is determined by emotions. Okay, so Ariful asks me how to control one's ego. Very interesting question. Although I would say that this can be taken up as a whole new topic together, but I will try to answer this question in the as brief as possible. And the question is, the answer is, many of us do not understand what is ego. If I ask you what is ego, your reply by and large will be the attitude of the person, the arrogance of the person, whatever whatever comes in his mind, that is ego. But ego is what I think of myself. What I think of myself, it is not being egoistic. Ego only means what I think of myself. So for example, you may be thinking that you are a kind person, you may be thinking that you're a loud person when it needs to be, but when someone comes to you and asks for some help, you simply refuse to help because because what you appear to be thinking about yourself as your ego, that's not the right value, that's not the true value. So ego is what I think of myself, whereas egoistic is being not gellable in the situation. So when this person came to you and asked for help, you said, no, I will not help you. Was that kind of you? No, that wasn't kind of you. And henceforth, what you thought of yourself did not match with the situation, and your ego is getting blamed. I hope I have answered your question. So ego is that part of your personality wherein what you think of yourself is called an ego, and when that ego is not matched with what you are giving to the person or how you are transacting with the other person, that is called being egoistic. So Palash, ego is about who you are, about what you think yourself is, right? Absolutely. So somebody asked that is ego and personality same? So ego is a part of personality. No, ego is not a killer of emotion, Nadeem. Ego is just what you think of yourself, and ego certainly forms your attitude also. So it is very important for all of us to have ego, but it is simply harmful to be egoistic. I repeat myself. It is good to have ego because ego is what I think of myself. If I do not have opinion about myself, if I do not have acceptance to myself, people will put their foot on me. Then people will not value me. Ego is important, but being egoistic is a problem. Ego is important, being egoistic is a problem. And I can see this question, repeated question coming from Saha and many others, that how do you differentiate between emotion and feelings? Wonderful questions, and thank you so much for asking this question. So emotion I'll not go technical. I'll simply tell you that emotion happens first and feeling comes later. So emotion of anger makes you feel uneasy. Emotion of fear makes you feel uneasy. Emotion is universal in nature, which means anger will be expressed as anger, sadness will be expressed as sadness, happiness will be expressed as happiness, but feeling can be very different. So for example, you are going in a party, and it is an office party, and you have to go there, you have to attend that party, but just few days back some dear one in your family has departed, the soul has departed for the heavenly journey. There it is happiness. You also are having that emotion of trying to be happy, but that feeling is not coming. So universal emotion of happiness, you will not be there and you will not start crying, but the feeling with this emotion may not be the same as for others may be partying, others may be dancing, but you may be only sitting there because they invited you. So you were feeling happy about it, that okay, you will have some change, but the feeling which they are expressing to this happiness is very different than the feeling which you are expressing with the same emotion. So emotion is universal, feeling is subjective, depends upon what is your other scenario also. In managing emotion, is there any role of subconscious mind? Pretty much, yes. And that is why Zubair, it has become emotional intelligence has come into play now. People have undermined the power of their emotions many a times. Understand that the emotions are generated in the part of a brain. The part of the brain is called limbic system. Forget about the names of the hormones, the brain parts, etc. But just be reminded that brain, it is in the center of the brain, in the limbic system, wherein your emotions are getting produced. So, and emotions are nothing else but these are chemicals. So if you are not expressing, that is, even if you are not labeling your emotions, these chemicals are getting released. I'll give you some examples. After let's say 20 days of not talking to anyone and being in silence, reason, maybe let's say you were preparing for your exams. Now after 20 days, after such 20 days, when you meet someone, oh, you are overwhelmed, all that tension of exam etc has gone, you are so overwhelmed meeting your friends and your classmates, that for a while you forget that tension. Does that mean there was no emotion of sadness brewing in you? There was, but were you knowing it consciously? No, you are suppressing that emotion every time. You are suppressing that emotion every time by saying, no, exam time, study, don't call, exam time, study. But the moment you met your friends, that emotion of sadness, accumulated emotion of sadness, gave you a blast. And now the feeling was not crying, feeling was hugging your friends, feeling was saying, hey, hi, how are you, right? So in case if I've missed on any question, please feel free to key in the question one more time, since these are getting the messages are getting scrolled. Oh yes, Sumon said that emotion is universal and feeling is subjective. Absolutely. And Sheikh Istiaq said that's why we can say emotions belong to neurological structure. Yes, absolutely. It is the neural pathways. How are emotions getting transferred? How does our brain transfer the message? These are neurons. So one neuron gets combined with another neuron, message is passed. Now this neuron gets combined with yet another neuron and the message is passed. And that is why we say take a pause. Take a pause. And let me also tell you one very important thing here. Um, Whenever you are experiencing unpleasant emotions, whenever you are experiencing unpleasant emotions, please break the neural pathway. How? Hmm? When you are experiencing something unpleasant. No, I was not feeling, I was not experiencing anything unpleasant. I was actually feeling thirsty. But whenever you are experiencing something unpleasant, please break. Now that break can be very small, very short break. That break maybe can be just to listen to some music, maybe call up one of your friend, maybe write down something, or maybe start clapping, whatever. Something that is changing your state from what you are doing right now. Yeah. Yes, that can be a 6-second break, but this kind of a break is not necessarily a 6-second break, because that 6-second break is while you are regulating your emotion. Now here it is when you are when you do not want to experience that unpleasant emotion, so you are moving your emotion from unpleasant to pleasant. That is what I'm talking about. Take a break. Now this break is to change the neural pathways of your neurons, which means, let's say sadness was going on, and it is now giving you a headache. Do you want to be sad throughout your life? Certainly not. What do? Certainly not. What do? Maybe call up a friend, maybe start singing, maybe take a shower, or maybe draw something, whatever can soothe you down. Do that. And that is the kind of break I'm talking about. I can't communicate with other. Okay, what is this? Fatima says, I can't communicate with other when I go out and I feel so bad. I don't know what I call this feeling. What is this? Please answer. Right. I will ask this question to you, Fatima. What is this? Is it some kind of a complex that you are facing? Is that some kind of an emotion of fear, or is that some kind of an emotion of disgust that you are facing? Because certainly out of pleasant emotions, that is happy, that is surprise. Because of these pleasant emotions, certainly you will not choose not to talk. Some unpleasant emotions doing role. Maybe it has happened maybe in your childhood, wherein you tried to give a public speak but could not, or whenever you used to talk, people will suppress you and you will get suppressed. So you'll have to check, Fatima, as to what is that trigger, where is that trigger coming from of not talking to these people, or are these people not in your good books maybe, and that is why you don't want to talk to them. So you'll have to figure that out. It is 4:26, but since the first 15 minutes actually got wasted, so with your permission, can I extend this for another 15 minutes? And before I forget, I must thank Yusuf Ifti and Future Icon for giving me this opportunity, and I'll request all of you to support the campaign, the Protect Bangladesh campaign that Future Icon is running. And they are helping the people who are suffering because of COVID-19. So if you can support their campaign, nothing like it. And also do not forget to submit your home task. And the home task is writing down the summary of the session, and then only your certificates will be issued. Right? Coming back. I said that break is important. So for now, what all? Okay, very quickly, let's see who can give me those keywords that we have spoken during this session. Let me see who can give me those keywords that we have spoken during that we have talked about during these sessions. Something like narrative, something like intention, and give me those keywords. Come on, quick, fast. Keep giving me those those keywords. Thank you so much for allowing me to stretch my session by 12-15 minutes, and which is doing some round in your brain. If you do not acknowledge that emotion, what will happen is your decision will be faulty. Thank you, Ripunji. No issues, our emotions are controlled. Thank you so much. So perhaps God has given us this testing time to ensure that we start practicing emotional intelligence from today, and to ensure that we are making use of the power of our emotions from today itself. God also is testing us, huh? And we are doing very good. We are actually doing very good, keeping pace with the test that He is giving us, right? So emotions, they do a lot of, they have a lot of impact on decision making. If you do not acknowledge your emotion, your decision making will go wrong. I'll give you another example now. um, let's say you are scolding one of your subordinate. He has just joined you and he's a very good fellow in your books, but he keeps making mistakes, and you know that since he's in accounts, if he keeps repeating such mistakes, he will be in a great trouble. Have you acknowledged your emotion? Your emotion is not that of anger. Your emotion is that of concern. So if you cannot differentiate between these two emotions, then the dialogue that you will throw at him will be very different. Out of concern, your dialogue will be, hey son, look, you are a very good fellow. Please do not give these kinds of, please do not make such mistakes. Otherwise you will be in trouble. But if you mistake your emotion of concern for anger, oh, he irritates me and blah blah blah, then you will yell at him. Yeah, absolutely, Sumanji. It is indeed an example of the how interruption did its role, and how our emotional intelligence played its role. Thank you so much. So yes, as I was giving you an example, as I was giving an example, that if how is this audio getting replayed? Okay, anytime emotion own controlled breath. Yes, emotions can be controlled if your oxygen, if the brain remains, if the brain gets the oxygen. So if your brain is getting right amount of oxygen, it will help you. It will help you a lot. And as I said, that if your emotion is that of concern, but you have not identified it, then what happens? You will not be able to give the right dialogue to your fellow, and you will start shouting at him. It is better to acknowledge your emotion, and this will help you in the decision making, right? Thank you so much for all your questions, for your interaction, for your comments. I am still, yes, Rahmanji, interrupted by network a lot, and that is how we got chance to practice the emotional intelligence. I am open to the questions, and I am here for another 10 minutes. Please shoot in your questions, as many as possible. So we did address a few questions, roughly 8 to 10. I will be glad to answer more questions. I'll be glad to answer, because this crowd has been lovely. You kept coming back. That matters a lot. That matters a lot, and please accept all my gratitude to each one of you sitting there. Fantastic crowd. Thank you so much, Yusuf Ifti Saab. What an opportunity it was to interact with such dedicated people. They did not leave the session despite we dropped out thrice. Yeah. Thank you, Khaliji. Give me questions, and accept my bow for coming back, for being so interactive, for being so patient. So give me questions. I'm waiting for it. And if there are no questions, all right. So Sumon says, please say 6 techniques of pause. It is not 6 techniques of pause. It is 6 seconds of pause before you regulate your emotions. Somebody said that emotions are the attitude of any person. Emotions, how you regulate them will define your attitude. Attitude is again a big chunk of eyes, and you need to pinpoint many things. So if I have to answer this question, I will say each of us is a sum total of three things: our personality, our IQ, and our EQ. Three of them are intertwined to make our what we are, to make us what we are. Yes. So how do you regulate your emotion will determine your attitude to an extent. Zubair asked, is meditation improve the ability of managing emotions? Certainly. Meditation is about being in the moment. Meditation is about having the focused priority. And if your priority has a focus, your self-awareness is high, which means your personal competence is high. So certainly meditation helps in managing emotions. Now let me see, figure out any okay. So Zakir Sahab asked, in short, what are the three short words to remember to be aware of control emotions? Okay. Acknowledge your emotion, accept your emotion, and regulate your emotion by taking a pause. The rule of ruler. The rule of ruler. Recognize, understand, label your emotion, evaluate or take a pause, and then respond. Recognize, understand, label, evaluate or take a pause, and then respond. Do not react. Do not react. Yes, Rahman Saab, you are very right. Thank you everyone. Bijoy, Tamima, Bisnu, Anjam. Yes, network problem was tremendous, but Anjan, we tried to cover everything despite the network issue. So be rest assured, do not have this kind of a turbulence in the mind. Yeah. Ariful asked that how can we influence people through emotional intelligence? Walk your talk. Ariful, walk your talk. If you can regulate your emotion, people working around you will gain this in their subconscious brain. So you have to, emotional intelligence is an individual perspective first. So you have to be in control of your emotions before you can start the relationship building. So walk your talk. Thank you so much, Palash, Mamun. Zubair, I already answered your question. Yes, Ifti Sahab, I did answer the question from Zakir Sahab. And how to be positive in negative situation, Shaiful Islam. If your goal from this situation, I mean whatever is the situation that you are in, if your goal is to gain something, then your emotional regulation will help you. But if your intention, if your goal is not to gain anything, then you will remain in the negative situation. So ask yourself, Shaiful Saab, that do you have an intention to come out of this negative situation? If yes, your emotional regulation with the help of narrative will do the wonders. Okay, thank you, Mamunji. And Fatima asked that I can't be myself this, why I don't feel happy? The question is not very clear to me. If you can rephrase it for me, I'll be glad. Any food controls emotions? See, Sumon, it is said that if you eat what you can digest, which is more of natural, so certainly the emotions are serene. I don't know though. I mean, and not really tried it, because I am a foodie. I keep eating a lot, and you just saw my EI in the session also. So yes, try not to eat too salted or too fried. That is what I know. Never researched on it though. No, Anjan, you did not. You were very good. In fact, okay. Hamel says people do emotional blackmail. Now that is up to you. Whether can you be blackmailed, or will you use your EI to control or to regulate their emotions? Yeah. Controlling emotions has any advantage? See, very good question, Sheikh Istiaq. Certainly controlling emotions has a lot of advantage. For example, emotion of fear can give you stress, emotion of anger can give you stress. If you can regulate the emotion of fear, emotion of anger, stress will reduce, because stress is also being produced out of a hormone called cortisol. If that cortisol is too much in the body, then because mind and body are part of the same system, high cortisol level in the body will keep your stress level high. As a result, you will feel fatigued and you will not feel like doing anything, and your immunity will be compromised. So certainly controlling emotions or practicing EI helps you build strong immunity. Okay, thank you, Rahman. I believe with this we can bow to each other. Thank you so much. Um, okay, sometimes I can't recognize my. How can I identify that state? You will have to label your emotions. Your emotions need labeling. So please, Alam Sahab, start labeling what is it that you are experiencing in the moment. Let the cloud have some name. Let the cloud of anger, sad, happy have some name. And these are 6 basic emotions that I talked about. Emotions have been, the vocabulary around emotions has evolved a lot. And if you don't believe me, I'm trying to figure out one of the book on emotional literacy that I have. Okay, see. So yes, I mean, emotional literacy can be learned, but it is up to your intention. How much do you want to learn it? Palash, how can you develop EI? Just follow these 4 things: acknowledge, accept, regulate by taking pause, and you will be able to do it. Sales require a lot of EI, and that can be a separate session altogether, Rahman Saab. Um, Relation between EQ and IQ. EQ and IQ both are the part and parcel of you. IQ talks more of logic and cognition, whereas EQ talks of more what you experience with the chemicals, with the stimulus that you are facing, and these emotions are universal in nature, as I said. Thank you so much. Anjan, you'll have to understand that what is it that is making you little uncomfortable. Yes, Iftisab, Anjan will have to, as I said, that Anjan will have to understand, he'll have to figure out that what is making him uncomfortable, what is making him feel not emotionally okay, and then only this discussion can be proceeded. So you have to pinpoint. And okay, Farzana has a question: when babies show their emotion by anger, how to manage? Oh, come on, he's a baby. So you have to pacify this, I'm sure when you're talking about a baby, you're talking about a 0 to 5 kind of a child. So pacify him, come on, give him some space. He is still learning, and it is by the age of 7 that somebody starts developing the skill of EI. Emotions are there, but the skill of EI starts developing by the age of 7. That's what the research says so far. All right. Okay. Is it good to show the emotions to my junior colleagues? Yes, only if you can manage your emotions. Anger is not a negative emotion, it is an unpleasant emotion. But does that mean never show anger? No. Show anger, but to what intensity, that matters. That matters. All right. I believe the time to bid bye has come, and I try to take as many questions as possible. Rakib Khan, have I answered your question now? Because Ifti ji has given me, okay, is it good to show the emotions to my, yes, I did answer your question. And anything else? Thank you so much. So with this, I take a bow. Acha, the book, somebody has asked for a book. So I'll show you the books. There are many books by Daniel Goleman. You can pick any book on Daniel Goleman, or you can pick up my book, that is The Emotionally Intelligent Coach by Dr. Anju Chawla, or you can pick up book by Paul Ekman. So these are the 3 books I will recommend you to begin with. There are many other books. There are many other books. So one by Daniel Goleman, by myself, and another by Paul Ekman. Okay, a reference book suggested. Anything else? Right, so I am taking a bow. Thank you so much. Do submit your summary onto your Future Icon Facebook page in case you want to receive your certificates. Thank you, and thank you so much, Ifti sir. I'll finish the session now.